Coach fucking Kate.
Back off the truck.
All right, so here we are, TCA Live. I'm joined with Coach and Snick.
Yep.
So here we are on a Thursday night. I know, Snick, you got someplace to be tomorrow.
Yeah, dude. Yep.
You know,
going to the mall, man. I'm going to do a little shopping. I'm going to go on a spree. Yeah.
George Hoffman's asking, hey, bro, what color are you running?
Oh, man, we're going U.S. We're going to go tan.
We're going to go tan. All right.
We're going tan.
Green. He's saying green's going to win. Hey, it's the mall. You can't tell.
Never can tell.
Never can. Okay,
nope.
So hey, tonight we're talking a little bit of Tier 1, talking a little bit about helicopters, we're talking a little bit about ground action, you know, everything that is Stonebreaker 11.
It's a good number.
Man, it's one louder. Ah, where'd he go? Let's find him.
What'd he do?
I don't know. Let's find out where Steven went. All
I've
right,
been here.
I know.
Ghost.
Damn, dude. I was worried for a second. Where the hell did he go? Okay, let's
took the flanking position.
Yeah, I did. Cool. Yeah. So we'll let this run for a little bit while we're talking all things freaking Stonebreaker.
The beautiful formation right there on that ridge line with support from the vehicles.
Yeah. All right, so starting with Friday, question we always get is camping free? I think that one popped up. Yes, camping is free. No water, no power is provided. We are providing porta potties for you. Okay. We will have a barbecue truck there. Matt and his crew will be there just like they were last year, but he's expanded greatly. Bacon's Bridge Barbecue will be there. So there'll be chow on site. Gate opens at noon, so you can arrive and start setting up your camping area. Vendors, I think, will be open at noon as well. But chrono and check-in doesn't start till 1300.
That magical number, 1300.
1300. And really, priority, hey, Tier 1 players, if you're doing the Tier 1, the clock is against you. You got to hurry up and get through check-in, safety brief, and chrono. Coach, you're working on a ready room?
Yeah, we're going to try to occupy maybe another space to where, you know, guys, once y'all, you know, you knock out all the stuff you got to do, your priorities of work. Once you get there, boots on ground, you know, you got to check in, do chrono, get safety brief, get all that stuff done, and then come visit me in a room that we're going to try to designate so we guys can start already going over the plan, already start going over the con op, maybe seeing a sand table like some of y'all been requesting, just stuff that y'all can already start, you know, knocking out, maybe meeting your left and right guys that are be going with you on this mission, just stuff like that, just more assets to give y'all. Yep. So
I know players have given you feedback before when we were at GTI, if they could have a ready room or an area to start doing planning and prep. So we're going to try to make sure that happens. Snick, let's talk vendor and sponsor row, man.
Oh man, we got a lineup, don't we?
Yeah, we got a hell of a lineup.
Yeah, I don't even think there's any more room on our banner to put another vendor. I don't.
No.
Is there more?
No, I mean,
I don't think we left anybody out.
no, we sure didn't. One, we got Airsoft Junkies there. They'll be set up in the admin building, the headquarters building, like always. Airborne Tactical, Paul and the Huey will be there with their merch table, so you guys can pick up some sweet Airborne Tactical Training Solutions swag. And then on the go surplus, as always, Mark and Stephanie will be set up out there. G&G coming out, setting up a big booth. They're also sponsoring the Huey.
Yeah, that's big news.
Nice.
Yeah, so G&G will provide the air in the arms in the sky for you. Core Night Vision, Steve Walls will be there. So if you're renting nods, Core Night Vision has a Tier 1 special if you want to rent nods just for the Tier 1. Plus, you've got options to rent Tier nods for the game itself. Check in with Core Night Vision at gmail.com. He might still have some units to rent. HPA, they're providing the Chrono BB as always.
Good old HPA.
Doomsday Paintball and Airsoft Park. They'll be there with the Doominator technical. So Tony and the crew will be set up. Wolverine Airsoft, they'll have their booth set up. You can go check out some of the sweet stuff they're bringing. Tactical Imaging, our official patch maker. Brian will be there with his booth. Come and get some of his sweet patches. MOS, which is also E&L and Arcturus. They'll be actually setting up a competitive shooting gallery. So players can.
Pretty cool, man.
Players can. It'll be set up right next to Chrono, so you can try to get your gun on, see if you're the airsoft version of John Wick. So they'll be set up down there too. So again, sponsor row, vendor row. Don't forget to see Miss Kay, Steven's better half. She'll be set up at the TCA merch booth with all the TCA merchandise. Okay. So make sure you come by and get a T-shirt or some other swag from us. If you've lost an event patch or two, go see her. She can get you hooked up.
She get you all hooked up, man.
So lots to see and do on Friday. So if you're doing Tier 1, good on you. Talk about Diablo, Coach.
All right. Well, as you can see right now, currently, like even on the video, we're going to have some mounted and dismounted lanes on this one. It's going to be some outstanding stuff that you've kind of always wanted to do and kind of wanted to see. Of course, there's a dismounted lane that, you're going to have a certain set objectives to maneuver and do, as well as mounted lanes are going to be going and doing route clearance and route reconnaissance and possibly a follow-on mission. It all depends on what METC will be, of course, what the CONDOP will say as well. But it's going to be different for some of these players to actually be able to work with a vehicle. I know during main game all the time, you see it. Some people don't know either, should I work with this vehicle? Should I not work with this vehicle? Well, in this Tier 1, you're gonna have that chance to possibly learn how to properly use a vehicle or a technical or anything that you want to call them. But, small squad element, and you're going to be able to see it. Gunners will be able to actually call out targets, possibly white light. Hey, actually kick out your dismounts forward, move your truck up. We're going to go over all kinds of cool tactics. You're going to be able to do some really high-speed stuff. You can't see me stomping my foot right now, but definitely want to go over something to do with for the mounted lane. You definitely want to go over how to kick out dismounts and how to properly clear a route for IEDs.
Yes.
Yes.
So some of the player feedback I know Bubba had talked about, Sal, we got to get players to understand how to use VIX, how dismounts and vehicles are supposed to work together. And I was like, yes, you're absolutely right. And I think the best way to do it, and it was funny because I didn't want to tell him, Coach is all over that with a tier 1 design. But I was like, yeah, man, you're spot on. That needs to happen. And I think exposure training is probably the best. And I think your idea with the tier 1 mounted lane, one, it's a tier 1 for VIX. And
yes.
so we may have working with Sam to see if we can get some tier 1 tabs for vehicles.
I believe I'm one step ahead of you already on that one.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
I want to say there's one good truck, good scout out to Iron Legion. I believe Iron Legion has their truck tabbed.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. So definitely, I want to say was there 3 vehicle tickets, correct?
Yeah, there's three in the crew. And all
So
the crews, they're all sold out already.
See, so Roger that. So right there, everybody's vehicle, everybody's technical that runs through this lane is also going to get a tab. Plus the crew, of course. So definitely, next time, guys, when you see that ticket that says for a vehicle or a VIC, you might want to jump on it. These are definitely one of a kind tabs for the VICs. Like I said, you might already have seen it either on AJ6 or you might have already seen it on good old Iron Legion's Vic. But to those crews and to that Vic this coming up week or that following weekend, you're going to have it.
Yeah. Then you've got some guys getting their, was it their 30?
I believe we're going to have about maybe six personnel that are possibly going to be tabbed. They're 30. They're 30. Now, guys, I don't know if if you guys remember this or this has been a very long time. Don't worry. At every briefer will tell you, definitely, if you've done 10 tier 1s, you can show proof or you have integrity and you tell us, hey, I've done 10. We're going to give you a 10X tab. Once you've done 20, the same old thing, go to an honor system. You give us, you show us the your tabs or you tell us, we'll give you a 20X tab. Now that you hear that there's a 30, trust me, there's one coming for 40. There's one coming for 50. And just to reiterate, the 50, first person that gets 50 gets, I believe it. What is it, Sal? A custom rifle or a pistol?
It's either a rifle or a pistol provided by one of our sponsors, and it'll be laser engraved.
And you'll have the tab, of course the tab to go with it, and you'll be the first.
Yeah. So, guys have been doing it since 2016. I know Iron Legion. Those guys have been after it since 2016 when you started it in January with Operation Shooting Star. Or Flaming Star, depending on
Flaming Star, good old Tim Allen.
If you know, you know. But yeah, you started doing them then, and then it was off to the races, man. For the guys that remember, we did 2 tier 1s in a week in an event, Friday and Saturday night.
It was 4 total.
It was 4 total. Yeah. But
I don't know how the hell we did that.
Players could earn 2 tabs in one weekend. That was crazy. But insanity took over at some point in late 17.
We got older.
The mileage
we got old and broken.
Okay, so let's talk Saturday. Saturday morning, 07 chrono and check-in opens back up. Hold on. Friday, Saturday. If you plan to play, we have a system. We have a lot of first-time TCA players coming to Stonebreaker. You gotta check in. It's faction specific, so you're going to either the Western check-in table or the Eastern check-in table, and then once you've checked in and gotten your wristband, then you go to safety brief, and you'll see myself, Shane, or one of the senior staff doing safety briefs. And then that's when you get your event patch. And then you go chrono. And the limit is 2 rifles or 2 long guns per time. Don't bring your little red wagon with 80 guns in them. Ghost will tell you, turn around, go to the end of the line. You'll only get 2 guns per. We run chrono throughout the weekend, so you don't need to chrono your entire arsenal. If there's no chrono line, great, do it. If there's a line for chrono, don't be that guy. You get to 2 long guns We don't chrono blowback pistols, but yeah, get chronoed and then go check out vendor sponsor row. If it's Friday, if you got tier 1, go prep for tier 1. Saturday morning, okay, because I get it. Some people are traveling. Check-in usually closes about 1800 on Friday, 6 p.m. Saturday morning, we open back up at 07. We'll start doing safety briefs at 7:30. Chrono opens up at 7. And then really chrono closes at 10. So you got a very, very short window Saturday morning to get your butt ready. If you're riding the helo, let's talk that. Let's talk that for a minute. Put this bad boy.
Let's see it. I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Cue the credence.
Cue the credence. So we haven't had the Huey since what? 17? 18?
17, sir.
17. So, Paul from Airborne Tactical Training Solutions got himself a new aircraft. So we'll loot this bad boy.
It's epic, dude. Like, even the rotor wash noise is so epic. You know what that bird is. I mean, even when you get into those civilian bells and they have the 4 blades, it still has that iconic fucking Huey sound. And it's just a massive bird, man. You can put 8 individuals on this thing and fly around the AO. Look at them coming in. Yeah. I mean, four on each damn side. I think there's only 3 on that side, but I mean, like you can squeeze 4 on each side. That's an 8-person stock. That's 8 guns in the air, raining hell on their opponent. I mean, like, good God.
Yeah, and let's face it, it's a Huey, man. It's a Huey. There's people in their military career who never even got to do that, and I'm one of them. You know what I mean? I didn't get to ride one until Airsoft.
So, that and the other half is, if you look at the ticket price for this thing, $145. We managed to get it down as low as we could.
Sweet deal.
And the guys were like, well, how are you able to do that? Well, you can fly 9 guys per chalk. So, you can put more in the air. Why not? Let's get it as available as possible to players. I love watching these faces. I know division's always. I love it. Division's like,
because their dicks are so fucking hard.
So they fly around the AO. Okay. Paul's going to do a great job
engaging targets as they can see. Guys, if you're worried about rotor wash and those BBs going away, that believe it or not, that's already been debunked. And you can ask anybody who's rooting at Huey. Those BBs fly straight down.
Yeah, let's find that. There's one picture on here. We'll loop this bad boy. What I love about this is it answers a question that we get a lot from players that have never done it before. It's like, can I shoot my M320, my grenade launcher, from the bird? Yes. That round will clear the rotor wash, and you'll have some great effects on target. You see this guy, first guy running off?
Yeah, look what he's got.
ML36. The next guy came running off with a damn Shrike. Guys get on the bird and they just look like, this is so cool, and they're like, yeah, you should be firing from it, but
there's a lethal weapon. The camera.
Yeah, you saw the camera.
Yeah.
You want to know what's more lethal than a BB in the air, though? A fucking radio.
Yes. So I think it was Bubba Moore, Ranger Moore, at one of our events, was one of the first guys to say, you know what, if I put a guy on the bird with a radio and he can talk to me, I can relay intel. And I was like, dude, there you go, pro tip. And after that, Eastern was just moving troops, and Western caught on pretty quick. It was like, hey, get a boom mic, get on the bird, start relaying information.
I mean, you turn that thing into a gunship as well as a UAV. Why not?
Yes, why not? Okay, so that's the good news. Okay, Snick, what are they doing after they do their air to ground support?
Oh, they got a follow-on mission, but I can't tell you what it is.
Well, it will be vehicle supported though, so we know that.
It will be vehicle supported, yeah. Yeah, no, they'll be infiltrating and taking out some targets, obviously, or why else would there not be a follow-on mission if you're not going to get your gun on? So make sure you don't empty every magazine that you have while shooting from the helo. So yes, you will have a follow-on ground mission. It will be briefed to you once you arrive on site, and we get your little scurry butts off of there. If you still have any blood left in your head to listen, then we'll brief you on the follow-on mission. And your big head, not your little heads. And you'll be briefed on site about what the follow-on mission will be. So yeah, you will be vehicle supported. So you got a chance to earn another Humvee crew patch, as well as your airborne assault patch. So yeah, good things to come. I'm excited about it. I personally love working with the Huey. It is iconic. It is iconic. Very few less in service, if any, at this point in time. I think mainly the only ones that they use now would be the what is it, the UH-1A4s that the Coast Guard,
the Zulu
Coast Guard have them, I believe.
Yeah, the Marine Corps retired their last command and control bird. I think that's where Paul actually got this one. It was scheduled for modernization. Yeah, it was scheduled for modernization, and the Marine Corps said, "No, we're going to go ahead and retire the airframe." And so he turned around and picked it up.
Why not?
Okay, Mr. Recon, that's a good question. Do you ever let people use drones at your events? The answer is yes, when there's not live aircraft in the air.
Yeah.
So, that's a big one.
Great question.
Eastern Empire, green, for the guys that don't track our storyline. They have a damn Royal Air Force. Viking, at Sirius Viking, the Royal Air Force was dropping the ordnance on Western troops. Very coordinated. Odin Werewolf just brought that up. Yeah, but they're best used coordinated with Faction Command. Yeah, armed drones. But to get back to Mr. Recon's point, putting drones in the air is great. It gives you a sense of what's on the ground. But what Werewolf is referring to is the armed UAV, which is eerily familiar to what we saw in Syria and what we're seeing in Ukraine. But launching and recovering has to happen only when the helo is down, and you have to request permission to launch your drone through the talks. Saturday during the day, not going to happen. We got the bird up. Saturday night, sure. Sunday morning, sure. But you're going to have to run your launch and recovery through the talk.
Another great thing is about these drones, whether they're dropping ordnance on people or not, most smart units that know they're being watched, you can herd cats on the battlefield. Yes. You can scare them into a direction that you don't want them to go into. Our last event, I would see that every time, whether that drone had an ordnance to drop or not, people would scatter like roaches. You can herd people into any kind of fatal funnel you want if you know how to be a good drone pilot. It's effective, guys. It's very effective.
Now players,
food for thought.
Old school Third Coast guys that have been with us for at least the last 2 years, have recognized armed ISR, armed drones. So when they see a drone overhead, they're like, "Fucking scatter," and they get away from it. And then they're like, "Well, can't you tell if it's armed or not?" And most guys are like, "Dude, I ain't waiting around for it."
Look up, see if it drops.
Yeah. We've got some great video provided by some players where at Sirius Viking, they were dropping ordnance right on top of an objective up north on Objective Nicole on the ammo bunker. And hell, they were hitting the Western technicals parked right outside the Alpha, literally right outside the AA to have a conversation. and they got smacked by ordnance. And they're like, Sal, and I'm like, hey guys, if you were on this side of the chalk line, you wouldn't have been killed, but you're actually in play. So more mill to the sim, like Snick says all the time. Okay, so typical Saturday. If you're gonna be on the helo, do the helo mission. You've got the helo safety brief at 9:30 in kit. It will be over at the admin helo pad. The admin helo pad will be where the first chalk takes off from.
Nice.
And after that, all other chalks will take off from. This is a great segue for me to bring up. For bringing up the.
Where are they going?
Here, hang on. Bring up that map. HLZ Hotel, which is down here on the southern half of the map. That's where all helo operations will go, except for the very first one. So, yes. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so you'll move out to your start points. So if your alphas are pretty far, one of the questions we got was, hey Sal, can I load up my stuff in my truck, load my boys up in my truck, and can I drive and drop off my stuff at the alphas? Yes, but you better do that in a hurry on Saturday morning, because your vehicle's got to be out of there prior to start X. And you can't be driving like your hazards on after the game starts, because you're going to get lit up.
Or get mistaken for a technical.
Yeah.
And you're going to scare a unit that was taking on the advance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just don't do it. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Nobody likes that guy, as Pope used to say. Eastern's alpha's up north. There's plenty of parking up there for Eastern. Western's alpha is in the south. There's a little bit of parking down there. We give 9 range passes to the leadership, so that way they can cart all their comms, tentage, everything they need for command and control. So parking is very, very limited down there. So if you can, carpool, or you're going to walk. Okay. Each one of these grid squares is 100 meters. I think. 100 meters. So it's about a 400, 500 meter walk to your AAs. If you're a specialty unit, airborne, commandos, Royal Rifles, Ripper, Darby, and SOF, you will start somewhere in this box forward at Start X.
And coming in from the east.
Yeah. Cool. Special units. I know, Coach, you have a special soft spot for special units. You were walking out with some of those guys at Fury. Some of the guys like Werewolf and Archer have asked the question: where did all the cool guys go? Because there's only a few people buying into these units. One, special camo, got to be in the right uniform.
Yeah.
I mean, and we know there's some Gucci guys out there. They like dressing the part, but then when it's time to play the part, they're not in that. Their head's not in the game. Okay. Well, I wanted to run around and do my own thing. Well, you signed up for a special unit. Play the role. Okay. Otherwise, stay at home and take cool guy pics in the mirror, man. I mean, or
be a part of something bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Train as you fight. If you seriously got that mentality that you know it all, this, that, and the third, put it to the test. Work with people you have no clue how they operate. Build team building and go for it. The hardest thing in the world is to work as a team. I challenge you. Work as a team.
Yeah. Odin, I love it. Werewolf, everyone wants to be a gangster. So it's time to do gangster shit. And I see guys, they got a lot of good kit on. Guys got an ML36. Damn, dude.
Too much stuff on. Some of you guys got way too much stuff on.
But you see a cat who's got his nods on. He's got a laser on his weapon. He's got an anti-armor system with him. And if he just plugged into a squad, it'd be magical. So yeah, probably something to work on. Buy-in, like you said, Snick, buy-in. There's no individuals on a football team. There's no individuals on a baseball team. And yeah, this is a team sport. I'm gonna call
There's
it that.
no individual on a specialty unit in the real fucking world. There's not.
Yeah. Working with some cool
Jason
guys.
Warren, he doesn't exist.
Yeah. He still had a teammate. What are you talking about? Even Reacher had a team. Anyways.
He had Jessica Styles. Yeah, that blonde chick helped him out a lot.
Yeah. So
go get your girlfriend to help you.
So the specialty guys, they get a drop in at StartX. We start at 11 o'clock. Phase 1 goes from 11 o'clock to 16:15. Okay, so 11 to 4:15. And then we take a break from 4:15 to 18:45. Well, actually 19:30. It's like, Sal, why do you guys give them such a long break? Well, because it takes time for people to get off the field, go dekit, go recharge batteries, get an air refill, do a little bit of lessons learned, absorption in the parking lot, talk to some senior staff and go, hey, Sal, Coach, Snick, how did we do, man? Hey, I'm thinking about this. And what did you observe? I mean, I like it when players ask Coach, how can we get better? And then you tell them. Sometimes it gets absorbed. Sometimes it just,
it happens. It happens.
Yeah. Or under stress, right? I mean, I love watching 13 Hours because they tell the guys, the DSS guys, go right when you leave the compound. What did they do? They made a left. That happened to my XO in 04 in Solder City. Hey, when you leave the fob, make a left. And he made a right, went right into Solder City. And it was like, what happened? He goes, I don't know, man, stress. Just loud noises.
Yeah, the next major thing y'all really want to do the most on breaks is, besides take a break. I mean, no shit, right? But the main thing you want to do is seize PCIs on yourselves. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the major thing is you're gonna lose shit out in the field. You're gonna do a combat fucking reload, and you're gonna drop a mag and drop and forget. Okay. So now you got to go dig into your team box or dig into your backpack or something and get yourself another mag. Start doing PCIs, pre-combat checks. Okay. I mean, just like kind of like what Z Monster was saying. It's starting to get dark. Now I'm gonna bust out my nods. I'm gonna make sure those nods have batteries. I'm gonna make sure I have a spare set of batteries.
Yeah.
Take advantage of these breaks, guys, because let's face it, that last night break before you start playing your night game, you have to change a whole nother loadout. You got to change your whole entire kit because now you're doing a different kind of operation. You're doing daytime operation into nighttime operation. Okay, guys?
Yep.
So take advantage of these breaks. These breaks ain't to go back and eat some lickies and chewies and tell your war stories. This is actually your time to reset, refit, and get your mindset back into the fight.
Yep. And guys are like, well, I don't really like that long break. I'm like, look, man, you need it. Whether you know it or not, you need it. We had a player last year. Dude, I drink a lot more water. I'm out. And he just, okay, great. Go drink water. And then during the break, he's like, I've been hydrating for the last 3 hours, Sal, and get back on the field. Okay, great. Awesome. Go for it. Plus, plugging back into your leadership and going, hey, boss, what changed? What's the mission for me this time? If you look at this map, I'll maximize the map. That really doesn't help. So there's 8 objectives. Snick, what do you think about 8 objectives versus 7? 5 versus 6? An even number versus an odd number? What comes to mind, dude?
Well, I mean, odd number, you just go get what you need to get and you sit down. I mean, people start playing the numbers game. They start playing the point system. I feel like if you kept it an even number, then you hold 4, he holds 4. You ain't winning shit. So you're going to have to go out and you're going to have to steal one, or they're going to steal one from you. There has to be an odd there. If you're going to, capitalize on the situation, you have to hold an odd number of objectives to win evenly.
Yeah. And then the other way to add points to the table is each side has a forward command post out there. It's that black flag with the colored square.
Yeah.
it's worth 10,000 points, and it robs the other side of the ability to use air support for that
Yeah.
phase. So you
And that's the
imagine,
major thing. Y'all always want to knock out. I hear every time when y'all start seeing me come up, and you're just like, "Oh, don't run." Well, how do I knock out that? I was like, "There's a little thing that has a black flag with the colored on it. You knock that out, find it. That'll eliminate all the call for fires. It'll make
yes,
my
Yeah.
job easier."
yeah. I
Well,
mean,
Of
I
course, I
mean,
want y'all to
not
find them.
all fire. I mean, like you can
I
still
mean,
drop mortars, but yeah, like the A-10 ain't gonna come in at you anymore. We
Yeah,
ain't dropping air dams. I mean, the mothership's not floating around upstairs, but yeah,
yeah,
I mean, like hard round shells coming in. You
yeah.
can't you
So,
can't shoot a mortar round out of the fucking sky.
but to give a people a sense of okay, Saturday, each side has 5 smoke missions, 20 HE, and 10 flares. Okay, that's from 11 o'clock to 4:15. Okay, they're probably going to use that up pretty quick.
Oh
Okay,
I
yeah.
and then
mean,
you know
you ain't probably gonna drop
11:30.
a flare in the middle of the day.
No, but it would be a great marker potentially. Um, and then at night you've got the same loadout. The you really won't use much artillery at night or air support at night because you can't really lose unless you do some great coordination. If you do some great
Yeah.
coordination, you might know where your guys are at. So knocking out the tactical command post, um, puts 10,000 points. You figure if I hold an objective for an hour and every second is a point, that's 3,600 points. If I go and grab somebody's command post, that's 2 hours plus of points.
That's nice.
That's nice. That gives you some. That could equalize the game if you're behind. So yeah, you have to go for 4 and a P if you play spades. Um, so not easy to do. And then the night game starts at 1930 and goes to 2200. Everybody asks, why do you guys start at 1930? Because you guys are going to move a little slower, get you guys out to your frontline positions. Basically, who held what point the longest determines the front line for resume X at nighttime on phase 2.
So wait a
All
minute.
of,
Well, hold on. So you tell me that if I hold an objective, it actually benefits me to hold it because I have Battlefield Stardex, or it actually has something to do with the battlefield if I actually hold this objective?
yes,
No,
yes,
that's not realistic at all.
yeah. So it is possible. So if one side, let's say, is holding Kate to Windy to I don't know, holding 4 objectives in a rough line. Well, that's your start X positions for the next one, for phase 2 and 3. And then phase 2 ends at 2200. Guys, it's a lot of playtime. You're getting 5+ hours during the day, another 3.5 hours at night. Sunday we're kicking off at 09 and we're going to 12:30. So you're getting 30 more minutes on Sunday than you normally do. From 9, we usually go 9 to 12. Now we're going from 9 to 12:30. So we're giving you that 30 extra minutes that you guys all hate at Iron Dagger. That extra half hour. We're gonna give it to you at Stonebreaker because it's Stonebreaker 11. And then we've got the raffle on Sunday. Let's talk prep. You've played Snick at various events at GTI, both Third Coast and others. Coach, you've been slinging BB since 2009 as well, even before that. Um, Prep players coming on the field, man. What should they be thinking? What should they be bringing?
Definitely sustainment in all categories of play. First of all, you're going to need water. It goes with you everywhere. It's what your body's made of. So water, probably a tactical snackage just to keep you out on the field, keep that metabolism going, so you're not burning all of up your fuel before you take that break. Second thing I'd probably bring would be like definitely spare BBs in a loader or in a bottle. Definitely in my bag, and extra batteries if I need them. if your gun requires that, for sure. But yeah, sustainment, things to keep you out there in the fight, and not walking as much. So a radio, for sure. Knowing where the medic bag is, so I don't have to hike a mile to go back to the AA. I just walk to the medic bag. So open lines of communication is something to prep for as well. Making sure that they work. Don't just turn it on and be like, oh, what was that frequency? I can't get them. So what? It will matter. Yeah, that will matter. Knowing where your squad is and where that medic bag is, you might be down in the south on a green front there. What the hell's the name of that one? Down near Kate, and you're holding Kate right next to the Alpha Alpha. You want to walk back all the way to your Alpha Alpha? No. I'm going to find that red bag as many times as I can. And in fact, I might call up to command and be like, hey, how do I get this thing replenished so I can stay in the fight? So, I weather depending, maybe a fresh pair of socks, I don't know. And that's all going to be weather depending. I mean, and where you are on the field too, your deployment base is going to be your weapon system pick. I mean, I can go down the long list of things that you probably should prepare for, but like you're going to have to connect with command in order to know what your prep list is going to be. But your essentials, water, okay, tactical snackage, BBs, probably spare batteries, and probably extra pyro and grenades and a radio. A radio. Yeah, and a radio.
And the thing about a radio, man, is as long as I loved it when and Coach remember this. Remember back then when every soldier wanted to carry a radio? All the cool guys, everybody in that Delta, everybody on Delta Force has a radio. We should all have one. And then you go, after about the fifth time that thing just goes off in your ear, you're like, I don't need the squad level radio. And the Army ditched the squad level radio because it was just annoying. But later on, we came back and said, it's okay to have a radio if you're not in a leadership position. Just know when to turn it on and just listen. Don't transmit, just listen. And then when you do see something cool and you go, no one's called that up yet, it's a push to talk button, not a push to think button. So, but yeah, dudes, we've seen the pendulum swing greatly.
I guess another good thing, guys, that y'all are definitely going to want, especially as a first-time player, first-time person on the AO, we give you a map. We give you a map as soon as you check in, as soon as you finish your safety brief. It has all the rules on it. But the key thing is about that map is it will have all the information you need on it. You know what I mean? To where you'll know where the objectives are. You'll know where majority of the left and rights are, your north and south. If you ever feel like you have no clue, hold on to that map. That map is 100% key. And every player gets a map. Every single player gets a map. So that's definitely something you want to take care of. Whether you're in a leadership position or not, that map is key. Okay. Definitely hold on to that. I'm going to reiterate once again, drink water. And I'm not talking about drink water the day of. Please drink water the night before, okay? If literally you are not pissing every hour or urinating, you're not fully hydrated, guys. You're not fully hydrated, okay? Seriously, hydration is key.
What's the funniest thing is now that I'm all kitted up, I gotta pee.
Every time.
Yeah, I gotta poop. Fuck, I just threw this shit on.
So, yeah, for sure. Okay, so we've talked Stonebreaker. Questions guys had. When do tickets come? When do you guys shut down ticket sales? For Stonebreaker, I usually cut it out about a week prior unless we sell out. And we've sold out every damn year. So, about a week out, we'll shut down ticket sales if we haven't sold out. Just looking at the ticketing site right now, I can tell you, let's see. First off, the Empire, there's a lot of good servants of the Emperor out there because a lot of their units are completely booked. Let's take a look real quick. Okay. Able Company has about 20 slots left. Baker has 13 slots left. Easy Company has 13 slots left. The Grizzly Company, about 36 slots. Soft, there's plenty of room. Task Force Derby, plenty of room. Ripper's about halfway sold out. I noticed nobody wants to do ASG, the Advanced Surveillance Group.
Oh God, y'all are hurting there, man.
That's LURS, man. That
right there is so key. That one element can literally already give you all the info you need for that first 30 to an hour into the first game. If those two individuals know what the hell they are doing, I mean, good God, man, they can do so much damage. Yes, you're not doing so much of this, but you're doing this and doing this.
Yeah, there'll be a
that
moment
wins
for
battles,
that.
Guys. That right there wins battles, 100%.
Western, 7 of 7 vehicles. They're sold out. Chaos Company, 1 ticket left. Dagger Company, the Boys and Dagger, sold out. Fight Company has about 11 slots left. The Hate Company, 22 slots left. Commandos, about 10 left. The King's Airborne has 11 spots left. Royals, about 11 spots. Recondo, Eastern's LURS, has about 3 slots left.
Smart man, smart.
Eastern vehicles, 7 of 7. They're sold out.
Hey!
Yeah, that's good. Let's see. Plenty of tourniquets. Infantry mission for JTF Tier 1, sold out.
Yes!
Tier 1 mounted. There's only 2 slots left for the dismounts.
Wow. Outstanding. And
then you're 3 for 3 on Tier 1 vehicles.
Nice.
Helo, there's still some room among the chalks in the Helo, but you might want to move out because there's a couple of chalks that are already sold out.
Damn.
It's a Huey.
Yeah. It's a Huey. Yeah. We'll have to give you a speaker so you could be playing some clear water.
Hell yeah, CCR.
Yeah.
I got it.
Okay, you got this? All right. So again, it's our 11th one. It's our 16th event at GTI. Every time is different. Things that are different for this event. We've removed the container that normally blocks off the Shawnee Loop. That's in between. Make sure I give the right building because Werewolf will yell at me. Building Echo and Building Charlie. That will be open. So there, vehicles can move through there. Also this year, look where Objective Monica is. The storage yard. We haven't used that in about 5 years. That's new. I think last time we used it, Dale Papko was a faction commander for Eastern, and he was chased around up there by a helicopter. So yeah, a lot more play space, maneuver space here. Players were like, is it all inside buildings or is there outdoors and indoors? There's outdoors and indoors. But again, hey, let's talk about Beyond. We had a lot of lessons learned coming out of Iron Fury. What we're going to do next year with Iron Fury. Special thanks to Bubba and Task Force Raven for helping us learn a lot with the guerrilla factions. I think players will enjoy themselves next year at the next Fury. Boats are cool. We are going to move the event from January to early March, or as late as we can in March. Now that we've Snick has done great coordinations, planifications with the state of North Carolina. So we'll shift to better weather, hopefully, because it's still snowing in February in North Carolina right now.
Man, it dropped 11 inches on my ass last night.
So, Coach, everybody in Texas keeps asking when we're going to do the next Prairie Fire.
Prairie Fire. Good God, that game was awesome.
Yeah, man. So,
man,
we got to figure that one out, brother.
We do.
That's going to require a Sunday at Texas Paintball.
Yes, it is.
We're going talking to Chad over at 878 and find
That's
it.
an idea.
We've done the NAMSoft at both those locations.
Yes, we have.
So more to follow, guys. I know
NAMSofters
out there. The guys in East
Kong
Coast
all the way.
Yeah, I know.
Kong all the way.
That guy down there, yeah, he's a badass VC. So we'll figure out when to do Prairie Fire. Something in the Midwest, potentially in September. Don't know yet. We're working that. And then in October, we're working getting Boaz and Elijah Mount site for Starburst 15. 15, dude. I can't believe we've done 15. This will be our 15th Starburst.
Damn.
It's our Kingstonetta, dude.
It is. And once again, guys, we keep it in Texas.
Yeah. We've had options to move it out of Texas. We won't do it. No. And then Sirius Viking in December. We've already started coordinating with Guardian Center to come back and do Sirius Viking 7. Yeah,
I lost count.
7. Yeah, it's the 7. Lucky 7. So, yeah. Mr. Recon asks, see, dude, I'm telling you right now, Mr. Recon, he's a Texas player through and through, man. For Prairie Fire, will there be weapon restrictions and attachments? Of course, it's Vietnam, dude. But don't worry, we're not too strict about it. We just say iron sights. You don't need to go buy a whole new gun. Just take all the attachments off, put your carrying handle back on, put iron sights back on.
What was the good thing that we said when I was a VC? I killed a lot of you Joes, and I picked up a lot of y'all's Car 15s.
There you go.
And it worked.
Yeah, I think I was rocking an M16A1, and I was rocking a Car 15 for the second day. So yeah, dudes, there's so many out there. Yes, you can be on the US side and rock an AK-47. If you're rocking an M60 E3, you're fine. Just get in the spirit of it, and that's the best you can do, man. You'll have a blast.
And it is a blast. It truly, truly is.
Yeah. Guys are like, August in Texas? I'm like, hey, man, if you're not sweating your ass off, it's not Vietnam. So
that's why I play VC.
Right, hey, man, rocking an LBE was pretty cool because I hadn't done that since 2001, early 2002. What about scopes? They had those in Vietnam. Yes, Mr. Recon, you can rock a scope. That's fine. Again, we're not going to make it too strict because then players don't want to go. But we're not gonna gothic line this thing and go. It has to look good from 3 feet away. Stop. Just get in the spirit. Buy a freaking steel pot for $40 on Amazon. Grab some green scrubs and have a good time. Or get a rice hat, put some black scrubs on, rock out with freaking Coach. So
hell yeah.
So yeah. All right. So first off, hey, thanks guys for coming on board tonight and discussing one of our favorite ops. The 11th one, dude.
Indeed.
Crazy.
So many activities.
All right. So much room for activities. Again, folks, go to thirdcoastairsoft.com/Stonebreaker. Get your tickets before they're gone. And if you think you want to do the Huey, do it. You're gonna love it.
Do it.
Otherwise, the staff's gonna do it and have a lot of fun. Get with G&G, get those LMGs, and we'll start shooting people. So, anyways, all right. Hey, support your local fields, call your damn hits, and stop by Airsoft Junkies tomorrow and say hi to Snick. at Thunderdome. And if you're running on the tan side, the U.S. side at Thunderdome, be sure to rock alongside Snick and Sam and all the crew. So Lucky you'll be there too. So yes, there will be third coast presence.
We got me, Division, Lucky. We got the dude.
The dude.
The dude.
Dude's coming. So we got about 5 of us that are going to be there. So yeah, swing by the Junkies table and say hi, man. We'll shoot the shit.
Yeah. So all right, folks. Again, we will see you guys soon. So
right on.
Out of here.
Take it easy, y'all.